So in the last video we had mentioned about the hind limb femur. So here again the picture is shown of the hind limb femur. This is the tibia fibula. Tibia fibula, as in the radio ulna, it is again fused, and it's called as a shank region, which is supported by tibia fibula. In the distal half they fuse together to form tibia and fibula. The fibula is short and slender. It does not articulate with the femur at the knee joint, but tibia is long and stout. It articulates with the condyles of the femur to form the knee joint. Proximally, it has a prominent ridge called nemial crest. Tarsus or ankle region is supported by six tarsal. There is six tarsal seen arranged in 3 rows. Okay, the proximal row has 2 tarsals. That is called astragalus and calcaneum. This is very important. Astragalus and calcaneum. Okay, astragalus and calcaneum is seen here. The first row. The calcaneum has a backward process by calcaneal process or the heel bone. A calcaneum has a backward process called as heel bone. Okay, this is calcaneum, this is astragalus. Calcaneum has a backward process called heel bone. Then the mesial row or the central row has central or single, sorry, there is a central region has a bone called as navicular bone. Then there is, or central, it's called as. Then distal row has 3 tarsals. Distal row has 3 tarsals. That is mesocuneiform. Then I think that is not shown here. Then mesocuneiform, ectocuneiform, and cuboid are the different bones that are seen in, or tarsals seen in the distal row. So there is astragalus calcaneum is very important, and the calcaneum produces a heel bone. Mesial bone is called navicular. Distal row is called mesocuneiform, ectocuneiform, and cuboid. Then there are metatarsals and phalanges, as in case of the forelimb we had seen, and they are about 5 metatarsals. The toe is absent. Toe is also called as hallux, which is absent. The first metatarsal remains fused with the second one. The toes are supported by small phalanges. All the 4 toes are supported by 3 phalanges each. So the phalangeal formula is 0, 3, 3, 3, 3. Terminal phalanges are clawed. As it is a burrowing animal, it is having phalanges which ends in claws. Okay, so there is astragalus calcaneum, central or navicular, then mesocuneiform, ectocuneiform, and cuboid tarsals. Then there are metacarpals, which are 5 in number. Okay, the first toe is absent, but here the first toe is absent, so the remaining phalanges are 3 in number, ending in claws. So this is the femur, that is tibia fibula, which has a nemial crust here. Okay, this is the carpals, tarsals and phalanges, tarsals and metatarsals and phalanges, which is seen as a part of the hind limb. Next is coming to the pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle is seen, the pelvic girdle on each side is formed of a compound bone called as innominatum. It is in turn formed by the fusion of 3 bones. Okay, so this is an innominatum, this is an innominatum, and each of them is formed of 3 bones. You can see here. Okay, let's see what are they. Ilium, ischium, and pubis. So this is the ilium, this is the ischium. Sorry, I'll point out that through a highlighter. So this is the ischium. So this is the ileum, ischium, and this is pubis. Okay, so this is the three parts of the pelvic girdle. In between the pubis and ischium is a white space called as obturator foramen. So this is the wait a minute. This is the obturator foramen. Okay. In between the pubis and ischium is the obturator foramen. At the junction of the three bones is a deep socket called acetabulum. So this is the acetabulum. Okay, junction of the three bones. The head of the femur will fit into this to form the hip joint. On the ventral margin of the acetabulum is a small accessory bone called as cotyloid bone. This is a cotyloid bone. Okay. Then pubis and ischia of the two sides meet at the central line. This is the central line. Okay. This is called the pubic symphysis. So once again, there is ileum, ischium, and the pubis. They all meet at a particular junction, and at that junction there is an acetabulum. There is a foramen here, that is the obturator foramen. It's at the acetabulum that the femur will come and join. The pubis and the ischium is joined in the middle by a pubic symphysis. So this is the pelvic girdle structure, and by this we end skeletal system of the rabbit is over. We had studied about the different vertebra, the sternum, the ribs, and different types of vertebra, that is the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, caudal, and we had also discussed about the ribs, and we discussed about the pectoral girdle, pelvic girdle, the hind limbs, forelimbs, and also we mentioned about the dentition. So that is all for the skeletal system of rabbit.